said this in the past, and I can say it again today. Pakistan is not a country with an army, it's an army with a country. The military owns this country and it runs it like a family enterprise. So when the head of this family steps down, that is assuming that he will step down, it makes news, big news. And that's the news from Pakistan tonight. A lot of buzz on who is going to replace the army chief. The man in office right now, Lieutenant General Qamar Javed Bajwa, is expected to retire this time. His tenure will end in the month of November, and reports say he has no plans to extend it. Right from the inter-services public relations to top commanders in the Pakistan Army to General Bajwa's inner circle, they've all ruled out an extension this time. They say Bajwa is indeed retiring finally. How long has he been the army chief? 6 years and counting. He took charge in November 2016. The appointment was for 3 years only, but Bajwa was given 3 more years in 2019, or he gave himself 3 more years. Imran Khan, Pakistan's then Prime Minister, extended Bajwa's term in exchange for the military support. Bajwa returned the favour by helping the opposition throw him out of office. This was in April this year. 3 months on, Bajwa is at the peak of his power, both domestically and internationally. The civilian leadership is beholden to him openly. He's also the face of Islamabad on the world stage, the darling of Pakistan's allies and frenemies alike. In the last 3 months, General Bajwa has visited China. He's been to Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and he could go to the United States next. Reports say American and Pakistani officials are in talks to organize Bajwa's visit to Washington, D.C. This comes barely weeks after Bajwa dialed the State Department seeking help in the early disbursement of funds from the IMF. Pakistan is seeking their 23rd bailout. Any other army chief in the world does not make headlines for all of this. They do not enjoy such privileges, going on state visits alone, of being conferred with state honors, and having the prerogative of directly dialing the US State Department to sort out affairs of the state. General Bajwa is the de facto ruler of Pakistan at the moment, and rulers in Pakistan do not give up power easily. So there's a big possibility of an extension. If Bajwa wants, he can seek another tenure. He's 61 years old. The age limit for an army chief in Pakistan is 64. General Bajwa can push for another 3-year term. But suppose he does not. Who will replace him? A lot of names are doing the rounds. 5 of them stand out. 5 lieutenant generals with the same experience as Bajwa. The first one is Lieutenant General Asim Munir, the senior most among the lot. Right now he serves as the Quartermaster General of the Pakistan Army, a position which looks after supplies for the army. The second name is Lieutenant General Sahir Shamshed Mirza, a 3-star general. He's currently the commander of Rawalpindi Corps. The third name, Lieutenant General Azhar Abbas, the current Chief of General Staff. Previously, he commanded the X-Corps, an army wing which operates solely in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. His experience in POK has made him the front-runner. The fourth name is of Lieutenant General Nauman Mahmood, a 3-star general. He's worked closely with foreign intelligence agencies, including the CIA, during America's withdrawal from Afghanistan. Right now, he's the president of Pakistan's National Defense University. And the fifth and the last name is of General Muhammad Amir, a close confidant of General Bajwa, a former military secretary to Pakistan's president. His friendship with Bajwa has made him a front-runner for the top post. So if General Bajwa retires, one of these 5 men could be Pakistan's next army chief. The appointment will be made by Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Reports say he will take a final decision by September. What will this decision be based on? Suggestions by the current army chief, consultations with Pakistan's president, also with his older brother Nawaz Sharif. You see, Pakistan has had 10 army chiefs since 1972. Out of them, 5 were appointed by Nawaz Sharif. Every time he came to power, he named a new man as the army chief, but none of those appointments worked out well for him. In the end, he was deposed in a coup by the army. Now his brother is in power, and he has to pick a name. We hope he chooses wisely. After all, his own political career may depend on this choice. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.